Dr. Gillian and Dr. Werner Bickley. Fellow writers, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Ahmedabad, India. During the course of working with me to prepare my book Seeking Solace for publication, members of the Proverse team asked me what inspired me to write. I answered by sharing a poem I wrote some time ago entitled, "It was God who inspired me to be a poet." This poem has an initial text, that is, "The fathomless skies inspired me to fantasize, to perceive infinite kilometers beyond the realms of the extraordinary, into the most enigmatically tantalizing entrenchment of the inexplicably unknown. The unabashed tree leaves inexhaustibly inspired me to dance, shrug even the most infinitesimal ounce of apprehension entrapped in my frazzled veins, and then to exude in unparalleled ebullience with the vivacious breeze. The spellbinding dewdrops indefatigably inspired me to aspire, unstoppably quench the most languidly incarcerated arenas of my soul with the royal richness of sacredly replenishing Mother Nature." After giving different examples, the poem concludes, "The jubilant horizons unremittingly inspired me to love, dedicate every beat of my heart to the immortal fabric of humanity and priceless mankind, till the very last breath of my inevitably truncated life. And it was the omnisciently unconquerable God, and it was the omnisciently unconquerable God who inspired me to be a poet, appreciate each of his unimaginably beautiful creation as above, appreciate each of his unimaginably beautiful creations as above, and then ubiquitously disseminate their beauty through the power of the ever-pervading and mightily written poetic verse." The Proverse team also asked me what I hope to achieve by my writing. I answered this also in a poem I have written before, "I Write Because." This poem, the poem has an initial text that is, "I write to alleviate tumultuously bereaved humanity, impregnate optimistic beams of hope in the lives of all those miserably divested. I write to unrelentingly explore the enchanting beauty of this gigantic universe, bountifully assimilate all exotic goodness of the atmosphere in my wandering soul. I write to give the most voluptuously poignant expression to words, churn majestic artistry out of even what is the most inconspicuously threadbare." After different examples, this poem ends, "I write to synergistically exist, execute my plethora of human activities with the most gorgeously melodious dexterity, jubilantly absorbing even the gruesomely acrimonious chapters of mystical life. Most importantly, I write because my heart wants me to astoundingly proliferate into a mountain of tantalizing seduction, even as hell rained down from the sky to forever lick the earth, even as hell rained down from the sky to forever lick the earth." Today, I am delighted to speak to you to introduce my poetry collection, Seeking Solace. On the occasion of its launch in Hong Kong by Proverse Hong Kong, at the victoriously auspicious instant of existence from the innermost dormitory of the soul, I want to thank Proverse and the entire team of different individuals for their unassailably exemplary effort and dexterity to facilitate the gloriously undefeated launch of my book. Thank you, Dr. Gillian Bickley and Dr. Werner Bickley, for your vision to support different upcoming writers like me wholeheartedly. Undoubtedly, I am gorgeously blessed to be reviewed by Professor George Watt of Adelaide, Australia, who has showered some keen and generous observations on the views I have expressed about the topic self-help, the core of this collection, Seeking Solace. I feel humbled that he has drawn some comparisons and found some similarities with the writing of some all-time greats like Voltaire and Whitman. Thank you, Professor Watt. I'm also grateful that Professor Jason S. Pauly of Hong Kong has taken the time to read my collection and make perspective comments. My book Seeking Solace encompasses and glorifies what I consider to be one of the most quintessential of human needs, that is self-help. My view is that in the current world scenario, disastrously fraught with terrorism, war, prejudice, unemployment of varied kinds, if you want to help another mortal, you must first help your own self. You must first help your own self. This is because I believe that positivity, because I believe that positivity can diffuse efficaciously from a soul which is harmonious itself with the spirit of victorious existence. Different poems embodied in this collection earnestly aim at applying the balm of uninhibited hope, optimistic enlightenment, righteous empowerment, and self-friendship upon humanity. From the innermost layer of the heart, a thank you to the soul of the victoriously holy Proverse for the gorgeously and abashed patronage to the poetry. Thank you, fellow poets and writers, ladies and gentlemen, for listening, and I hope for taking an interest in my poetry in future, and supporting my work by reading it, and mentioning it to your friends. Thank you all, and take care.